Here is the opposed twin. This is the one that had the 3 bolts snapped off in the head here that have water in it. It's pretty much ready to run. I just need to get it out of this milk crate and outside or sat on something else. It has this brand new carburetor and a brand new coil. The coil has a little bit of tape on it, but it is new. Used one of these quarter things to set the coil gap. I found the screws here from the 18 horse in the parts shed I have out back. The starter was already on it. Intake was already on it. Had a parts intake with another carburetor on it, so I took the plastic spacer so I can get this actually in the right spot. Apparently these are brand new spark plugs on both sides. All it needs is really some oil put into it, and I should be able to keep this one running. And over here I have some shrouds. That 19.5 horse one there came with it, along with 2 bent up ones. So I'm gonna be using probably the 18 horse shroud, and its side shrouds definitely. There's that carburetor. It's 3 screw, which is better than the 4 screw. If you have one of these 4 screw carburetors, they are worse than those 3 screw ones. Apparently, this engine was also in a rollover, so the fan has a little crack in it. So, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. Have a spare one from the 18 horse. Have a lot of spares from the 18 horse. He told me more about this engine. He was in a rush when putting it together, so you can see that gasket material down in there isn't the best. And he had to use an angle grinder or something. Forget what he said. But, you know, it might run. That one should run. If this one won't run, I can pull the flywheel and use the flywheel key from this on that engine. Apparently that engine just needs the head and flywheel key put it on. Cleaned up this head a little bit, but I think it needs just a new gasket on it. The gasket has a little crack in it where oil was leaking out from the 18. Yeah, this one, it's definitely in better shape than this one. I mean, if I just spin this one over even a little bit, it'll even spin over. Huh, it's locked up again. Hold up. And here. Yeah, it's really stiff and it doesn't have oil. What happened is he had it sitting outside on a block next to all his mowers with no covers, and it sat in the rain for 2 days. I believe the intake valve on that side was open because water came out that spark plug hole, but not that one when I spun it over, and that was squeaks. Makes bad noises. So this one, I believe, just has a bad block, but all the internals should still be fine. It has no oil either, so I'm not gonna spin it over much or anything. No oil in there. That one has oil, but sadly I see it seeping through the piston. So, yeah. But I think if I blow this one, which is another 19.5, it will probably still have a good block. So I could pull the guts from that one, put into that block to get this one going again, and still have that as a spare. 3 engines to make, I guess, pretty much 3 engines almost. 2. But I'm gonna be using this carburetor on the race mower due to it being so new. But I mean, 2 opposed twins for some old mower parts I don't need or want. Didn't need or want. It's pretty good. And I don't know how, but I just noticed that zip tie on it. But yeah. And then right here is the 820 going in that. Could put an opposed twin in it. I think I'll keep the V-twin. Stiff and hoppy. I could take 2 carburetors, put on 1 engine, but I don't know how to do that with the intake manifold set up. And that starter's missing a bolt, so I'm gonna have to pull this one out and jam it in there. And I'll probably have to pull a starter. The reason I started with this is because the starter was on it. It was more complete. And hopefully soon I'll get that one cranking up with some starting fluid. Alright. Pretty good update, I think. Now I could run that carburetor and just take these linkages out here to lower the carburetor flush with this instead of on top of that plastic block to get a little more close to the intakes on them. So if you look, and there it has a big plastic spacer. If I just pull that spacer out and run it straight to the carburetor, it might work. Probably won't try that though. This one is just sitting on that bolt, nothing else. I don't like that, but oh well. I don't even know how he bent this piece up. Probably with the flywheel, but like it's bad. Like, it's supposed to look like that. Anyways, well, guess that's it for now.